Bang! The race started. This is your lesson on entertaining beginnings. First off, what's a boring beginning? A boring beginning is one day, da 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 da. This story is about da 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 da. Hi, my name is da 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 da. I woke up, got dressed, and had breakfast. Then, that's boring. Wait. But Mr. Locking, Diver Wimpy Kid and some other really good books start this way. Are you saying that those books are boring? No, Mr. Locking, I'm not. Those books are great, but those authors have written for decades, so they can do whatever they want. So, entertaining beginnings include action, dialogue, thoughts or questions, and sounds. Action is when you put the main character in the setting doing something interesting and relevant. They're doing stuff right at the start. Dialogue is when the main character says something that expresses a feeling or creates worries or raises the reader's interest or curiosity. They can also be an exclamation, so if the character is by themselves, they can just say it out loud. How did I find myself in this Arctic jungle? Thought or question, show what the main character is thinking about. An afterthought, an afro-thought. That's just a joke. Sound, a story-relevant sound effect or description of a sound is a great attention-grabbing technique. That's how I started this video. So ask yourself these questions. What would you do? What would you say? What would you be thinking? And what would you hear? If you answer those 4 questions, you have 4 sentences and an entertaining beginning. Bam, like that. So, which one is which? Is this a thought or question, action dialogue, or sound? Joey ran full steam ahead across the corral and jumped on the back of the wild stallion. Which one is it? That's right, that's action. How about this one? I can't wait to see the Grand Canyon, I shouted. That's dialogue. This one? Boom! Jack flinched as the thunder and lightning rolled in over the hills. That's sound. And this one. There was no point where I wondered if we'd make it out alive. There was a point where I wondered if we'd make it out alive. That is a thought or question. So if you combine all 4 of these techniques, then you get the strongest beginnings. Please don't bring all your friends with you. It's just so hard. If you have more than 2, at most 3 characters, you gotta keep track of all these different characters, and especially if you're writing a short story, it's just too much. Please don't have your main character get up and get dressed and plan their day. Assume they're already dressed, fed, and ready to go. Start the story as close as possible to the main event. It's just like when you're telling a story to a friend or you're telling a story during grade 6 news. We don't want to hear all the boring, mundane details. We want to hear the exciting stuff. So just put in what's the most exciting, and a great way to do that is to start as close to the main event as you can. Remember, the goal is to entertain the reader. The goal is not to write a bunch of pages. So, this is your bedsheet to reference. Entertaining beginnings. One way to make your writing more interesting and entertaining is by starting off with a great attention-grabbing beginning. Here are some techniques authors use to begin their stories. In action, put your main character in your setting during doing something interesting and relevant to the story. Ask, what would you do? Example, Mark stepped up to the starting line, waiting for the race to begin. 2. Dialogue. Have your main character say something. Ask, what might you say or exclaim? For example, feet don't fail me now, Mark prayed as the other runners gathered. 3. A thought or question. Show the main character's thoughts or raise a story question. Ask, what would you wonder or worry? Example, as Mark eyed the competition, he wondered who the winner might be. And a sound. What might you hear? You grab the reader's attention through the use of a sound. For example, at the shrill sound of the whistle, the runners bounded forward. So this could be a great beginning right here. Mark stepped up to the starting line, waiting for the race to begin. Feet don't fail me now, Mark prayed as the other runners gathered. As Mark eyed the competition, he wondered who the winner might be. At the shrill sound of the whistle, the runners bounded forward. So now is when I'd like you to pause this video and write this down in your notes. Maybe you draw a little image for the different parts of the beginnings. Maybe you write these descriptions in your own words. Maybe you use different examples. But take a minute and record the information on this slide, because that is the important stuff. Share that with me. Show me what you did. It's great. Once you're finished, now we're going to practice for the week. Let's try rewriting this boring beginning and making it entertaining. This is my story about the day I was walking in the woods and saw a lumberjack. So your task is to rewrite this beginning using the 4 techniques that we've learned. Have fun.